All right. A store sells AA batteries in packages of 10 batteries. They also sell boxes with 10 packages. They sell cases of 10 boxes and cartons of 10 cases. How many AA batteries are in one case, one carton, and 10 cartons? So let's start from the beginning. We have boxes, we have packages of 10. So package, we can use a variable to represent package, right? And we know that P equals 10, right? There's 10 batteries in each package. Then we can say boxes. B equals
10
times
10.
Okay? Start from the beginning and work your way until you can find how many are in a carton. How many are in a case? How many are in 10 cartons? Start off with packages. Sure. You can please bear it to me. Start with packages. How many do we have in a package? How many do we have in a box? In a box, we have 10 packages. Our minds are blown. I get it. I got it. Okay. said for 10 cartons. So who's this one for? So what would be 10 cartons?
100,000.
Good. Very good. One pack equals 10, one box equals 10 times 10, which is 100. A carton is 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. And then, sorry, that was case. Then a carton, one carton would be 10,000, and 10 cartons would be 100,000. Very good. All right, I have good news. This was a hard problem. The rest of the lesson isn't that challenging, okay? So they started it off with the hard, and then we're going to ease into it. So let's look at visual learning. All right, you can go ahead and close your Chromebooks. I mean, not that it was hard, but it took a little bit of thinking, right? We had to understand what a package was, we had to understand what a box was, and we had to work our way up. That's what exponents are. Powers of 10.
How can you explain patterns in the number of zeros in a product? Tamara's new horse weighs about 1,000 pounds. How can you show 1,000 as a power of 10 using an exponent?
So how many times do you have to multiply 10 to get 10,000? So if we got 10 times 10, we would be at 100. And then times 10, we would get to 1,000. So 1,000 is 10 to the power of?
The weight of the horse is 1,000 pounds. 1,000 is a power of 10 because it can be formed by multiplying 10 by itself 3 times. The exponent is the number that tells how many times a base number is used as a factor. Why would you use exponents to write the product when multiplying by a power of 10? Select your answer.
What did we say? Why do we do that? It's simpler and shorter.
Using exponents is a simpler and shorter way to show multiplication by powers of 10. Write 1,000 as a product using 10 as a factor. The exponent, 3, shows that the base number, 10, is multiplied 3 times. So, 1,000 is written as 10 to the third power using exponents. Tamara estimates that her horse will eat about 5,000 pounds of hay each year. How can you write 5,000 using exponents?
Oakland?
To the power of 3.
No. Close.
5 times 10 to the first power equals 5 times 10 equals 50. 5 times 10 to the second power equals 5 times 10 times 10 equals 500. 5 times 10 to the third power equals 5 times 10 times 10 times 10 equals 5,000.
What pattern do you notice?
The number of zeros in the product is the same as the exponent.
Okay, the number of
So,
zeros.
5,000 is written
The number of zeros in the product is the same as the value of the exponent. So 10 to the power of 3, guess what? How many zeros we have in that product?
3.
3. That's always true, okay? Always true.
as 5 times 10 to the third power using exponents.
All right, open up your books to page 7. I can see you in the back. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go one bigger. Number 1, we're on guided practice on page 7. Do you understand? Why are there 3 zeros in the product of 6 times 10 to the third power? Joshua?
Because it's 6,000?
Because the exponent is 3. So 10 to the third power is 1,000. Okay, there's 3 zeros. And we know that 6 times 1,000, what's our shortcut? We say 6 times 1 is 6, and then we put 3 zeros. Okay? Number 2, Susan said that 10 to the power of 5 is 50. Well, 10 to the power of 5, what is my long form for that exponent?
10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So I know that I have, my first digit is going to be a 1, and then I'm going to have 5 zeros behind it. So what mistake did she make? I am explaining to you right now, okay? I'm explaining the why behind it. So, if Susan got 10 to the power of 5 is 50, what did she do wrong? She multiplied 10 times 5. Is 10 times 5 the same thing as 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10? Not at all, not even close, okay? So what did she make? She multiplied 10 times 5 instead of 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So what is the correct answer? We need 5 zeros behind a 1 because the exponent is 5. our answer should be 100,000. So far, so good? Okay. For 3 and 4, we're going to complete the pattern. 10 to the power 1 is 10. Okay, that's 10 one time. 10 to the power of 2 is 100. Okay, we got 2 zeros. See, our exponent is 1, we have 1 0. Our exponent is 2, we have 2 zeros. Right here, our exponent is 3, so we're going to have a 1 with 3 zeros. Okay, 10 to the power of 4, we're going to have a 1 with 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're flipping. So what equals 7 times 10 to the power of 1? 10 to the power of 1 is 10. So 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 1 is 7. And we have how many zeros?
700.
2 zeros, okay? 7 times 1 is
7 with 3
7.
zeros.
And now we're going to have 3 zeros. Okay? Now we have 7 times 1 is 7
With 4 zeros.
with 4 zeros behind it. Easier than the solving share, right? Okay, ready for some independent practice? Let's do numbers 5 through 16 independently and stop there. Okay? If you need help, raise your hand, I'll come around.